teachers. Today we're talking about how to teach Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree, which sounds like this. I know you don't actually need me to play that in order to know what Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree sounds like, but there you have it. So hopefully you already watched my video about Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, because I'm going to talk about some of the same things but take it a step further with this particular tune. A lot of times as teachers we like to use printed arrangements for Christmas carols, which is great. I love to support our current composers and all the wonderful arranging that they're doing. But I also like to use pop music and holiday tunes to use some of my students' practical skills and get them away from thinking that the only thing they can do is play notes that appear on a page, and instead use some more creativity and practical skills, like I said. So today I'm looking at this lead sheet in the Hal Leonard Ultimate Christmas Fake Book. I own several resources for lead sheets for Christmas tunes. Many of the popular ones like this one or anything from the mid-20th century, many of those are still under copyright. So in order to get a good lead sheet, you do have to pay for it. You can pay for it in a fake book or on musicnotes.com as a single download, or you can look elsewhere. But you do have to pay for those ones that are under copyright. So first step for this would of course just be having your student play through the melody, make sure they've got the melody correct in their ear and that they know how to reference the score correctly. You can certainly work on it entirely by ear if you want to, but you can also just use the lead sheet to speed up that process. And then go through the chords that are in this particular tune. The nice thing about this one is that the chorus is entirely C major and G7 if you're going to play it in C, 1 and 5, 7. There are some more interesting chords in the verse. F to E minor to A minor. Mine has an E augmented here, although really that just seems like it's A minor with the top note going down to G sharp, and then a A minor 7 to D7 to G7, taking us back to C. So it's a nice little progression. None of those chords are anything beyond a dominant 7th or a minor 7th. So as long as you have kids who've had a little bit of 7th chord experience, they should be fine with this. Now you could do a real simple arrangement of this with just basic umpas or an alternating bass. I went over that in my Rudolph video. But what I want to talk about today in this one is one technique I really like to teach my students, and that is putting the chord harmonies underneath the melody in the right hand. So my left hand is just going to play the bass, and I'm going to ignore that for right now. My right hand's going to play the melody, but I'm going to add the C major harmony underneath that. So I'm just playing a C major chord. You can repeat that more times than I just did. It's a little cumbersome, but you can do that and that's fine. And then go to the G7 harmony. And I just put that chord underneath the B, which is on top. And then we keep that. Now, the way I'm playing it sounds really easy, and if you have experience doing this, it probably feels easy to you. But the first time our students do this, it really does take some serious focus in their brain, and they kind of have to really process, wait, if I want this chord and this is the note on top, what do I put underneath that? I think this is a super useful skill if they're going to do any kind of church music or musical theater, or if they're going to help singers out at any time. It's just really great to be able to play both the melody and some of the harmony in the right hand. It makes nice voicing when you put the bass in like this. So when I got to that middle part, I might change up my accompaniment style a little bit, use a little bit more pedal. Here's my F major chord under the A for You Will Get a Sentimental. sound in your ears, and you can kind of talk through with your students how you could put those chords. Now, they may not have sophisticated voicing the first time or several times that they do this, and it's certainly fine as teachers for us to come in and say, hey, why don't you try doing this instead? All you have to do here is move one note, that kind of thing. Because our ears are more sophisticated than theirs are, and doing a little bit of that modeling just helps them. But do allow them some time to figure out what notes would I put under the melody if I'm playing this particular melody note with this particular chord. I hope that gives you a little bit of help on one particular type of accompaniment style for pop tunes, holiday tunes, all those kinds of music. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I wish you all the best in your teaching.